It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys in the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offense and defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
1st and 10. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun now for Herbert. Finding the tight end, here's Will Dissly. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
Johnston motioning over. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's complete to the TCU man, Quentin Johnston.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And I don't know, I think he is short. They're going to mark him short. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They run with the longtime Bengal, Joe Mixon. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his man complete to Johnson. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Texans first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stroud. Pass caught. It's John Mechie. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle. Third down, 3 to go. Schultz is the motion man. On play action, Stroud. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
So on fourth down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Chargers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free, and that is going to be a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
So now, following the safety to open the scoring, it's 2-0, and here's the free kick from the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw, it's Stroud. He finds Johnson across the field. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's 1st and 10. Mechie, the man in motion. On the give, this is Mixon. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
3rd and long. Stroud to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. That might take them out of field goal range.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. That'll be intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll start in the red zone already. This drive beginning at the 20. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He's got it at the 7. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That is caught to the goal line and in. Go Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Texans will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Here's Ladd McConkey to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Here's Dobbins. And he'll get forward for a couple. That's Henry To'o on the tackle. Second down and 8. Now Herbert. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a play fake. Herbert. That one into the hands of Smart. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an art to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the 1st down.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That one complete to Johnston. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board now here in this 2nd quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. A quick slant into the hands of Johnson.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Stroud. A throw on the move is caught. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down for Houston.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On second down, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. Back to throw, Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards. They get 5 there on 4th and 3.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stover.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll take it on in. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Texans.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return is McConkey. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Chargers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart it.
In trouble, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. From the gun, it's Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. That one knocked away and incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. And what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Herbert to the air again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Herbert to the air again. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Texans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Stroud. A throw on the run is complete.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Stroud. Open man is Mechie. He's got it. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
A second down throw for Stroud. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Here's Stroud. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on fourth down.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will extend their third quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. On the return is McConkey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Herbert. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. The second down throw is incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
On third and long, it's Herbert. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Chargers get set to kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. First and 10. They'll run with Mixon. Room to run at the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That first and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on second and third down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. Here's Mixon. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Third and goal. Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line, and now it is 4th and goal.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on third down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will extend their third quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. On the return is McConkey. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now it's Dobbins. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. A run with Dobbins. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Texans offense make their way out to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run here with Mixon. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Mechie, the man in motion. 2nd down, here's a run, and here's Mixon. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He completes this one to Mechie. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
On 2nd down, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The offense is out there. 4th and inches. They'll try to run. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. but you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now Mixon. Oh! And he's going to pick up the first down. Tackle made right at.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Deontay Johnson. Touchdown, Houston. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return is McConkey. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Shotgun now for Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face second down and 7. On play action, it's Herbert. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. That one complete to McConkey. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That one good for 26 yards.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result. Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Texans offense and Deontay Johnson getting set to get back to work. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 1st down awaits at the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. They will work the middle with Mixon. The Texans set to punt this one away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Into space at the 45. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
Herbert now on 1st down. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert to the air again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Herbert to the air again. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for 2. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing again, Herbert. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. There is his tight end, Disley. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He connects with Disley. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Jimmy Ward with the good coverage that time gets a hand in there.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Now Herbert again. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do the guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
So it's a win here for the Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long from Houston.